Hello everybody. I hope you are all doing well today. I'm gonna pull today's energy and see what comes out. For those of you who like my written readings, there is one in the works. Takes me quite a while to do the written ones, so I kind of do the video readings and in the background do the written ones just to fill up the space, because it takes me a while to do the written readings. Okay. First card, Mountain, Bear, and Labyrinth. Woman, Tree, and Child. So I feel like this is about Divine Feminine. She has been the main focus lately. I feel like God Spirit's really trying to get some things across to feminine energy at this time. I feel like what's happening with her right now is that she is experiencing obstacles in her life, but these obstacles, which may feel like a true pain, are for a purpose, which is to build strength of character and growth in her life, and is teaching her how to navigate life. This card makes me feel like this may have been an issue that wasn't quite fully developed in Divine Feminine's childhood. I feel like, that she maybe wasn't taught early in her life how to properly cope with negative things in her life. I just heard the word addictions, so that might be some of the ways that she used to cope in the past was through her addictions. So drinking, drugs, that sort of thing. But I feel like now she's learning that those things are not helpful, addictions and so forth. So she's learning what are positive coping mechanisms, and how she can use them to face her problems in her life. I also feel like this Divine Feminine in the past may not have seen being strong as a as a positive thing. So what I'm feeling is like victim energy. So I feel like she may have thought that being or playing the victim garnered her more power in this life as opposed to being strong. But I feel like this has switched. I feel like now she's seeing that being a powerful feminine energy is the way to go. So I feel like maybe as a child she might have been coddled a bit. Like she learned that, oh, if I cry, then I get what I want. So she may have taken that attitude into adulthood. So, if I don't get my way, then I'll just, cry and stomp my feet, and then I'll get my way. Which I feel like has worked up into a point. But now it's not working. I also feel like because of this, the way that she coped as a child, like when obstacles happen, she almost reverts back to being a child. So tantrums might be what she resorts to get her way in the past. But now I feel like this is not the case. Divine Feminine has learned that throwing tantrums doesn't get her where she wants to be. Powering through situations as a strong person who deals with her problems head on is how she moves forward now. I feel like Divine Feminine's obstacles are getting stronger. So I feel like they're growing in intensity. Because there's still lessons that she needs to learn. I keep feeling like this is not just Divine Feminine. This is also Karmic Feminine, which has also been coming through a lot lately. It's like Karmic Feminine is experiencing the same things that Divine Feminine is experiencing. But it's almost like it's either parallel or it's like opposite. Like in yesterday's reading, the Karmic Feminine was trying to do the same things that Divine Feminine was doing, as far as imparting spiritual knowledge. And today, they're both, Divine Feminine and Karmic, are experiencing obstacles because they both need to learn how to cope with them properly and not like they did when they were children. And really, it's like I feel like we're all kind of Divine Feminines. We all have our person that we're meant to be with. It's just the karmic has gotten into a relationship with a person that's not meant to be hers. So it's kind of like we're all on the same path. in learning the same kind of lessons, just in, I guess, different situations. So karmic feminine and divine feminine are alike in some ways. Anyhow, so yeah, for both these feminines, their obstacles are growing and they're learning how to successfully navigate these problems, which is the reason why these obstacles are just growing, growing, growing. And the purpose is for them to grow out of the way that they coped as they were, to grow out of the way that they coped, like, oh goodness gracious, sorry, I'm like tongue-tied lately. I'm not sure why. I think I always am, but anyways, so they're learning how to move away from the strategies they used as children to cope and move into more an adult way to cope. I also feel like there are some feminines who have children that are also doing, like, growing for the benefit of their children, because they don't want their children to mimic their same patterns. And for some other feminines, this growth is also because they're going to have children in the future. And this pattern of coping is not something that should be imparted onto their future children, because it's obvious we want our children to be able to handle this life, and throwing tantrums to get what we want isn't the proper way to handle conflict, obstacles in this life. And it's also not a good thing to hand over to children because it's manipulative. So yeah, let's pull some more cards and see what else comes out. I also feel like for divine feminine and karmic feminine, this growth is also happening, like this change in how they cope with obstacles, because the old way just wasn't bringing them any joy. Like, there was no satisfaction in the way that they were handling things. So it's like growth was necessary because the old way just wasn't working anymore. Okie dokie. Nine of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Magician. High Priestess. Ten of Swords. Okay. And Ten of Wands. Okay, so I feel like Divine Feminine and Karmic Feminine, both represented here. Did not, again, just those cards are just confirming that Divine Feminine and Karmic Feminine did not handle obstacles in the past, properly. I feel like when obstacles popped up in the past, it caused a total meltdown. I feel like, and I feel like, again, this is something that's been happening since they were a child. When obstacles happen, it's like the whole world coming to an end. So this card makes me feel like depression. When obstacles will pop up and Divine Feminine and Karmic Feminine did not get the things that they wanted, they could not handle it and reacted poorly. These cards indicate to me the need for change, the desire to change. Them saying to themselves, I want to be stronger. And this card to me represents, like, when the obstacles happen, it's like instead of, having a total meltdown, it's like we're going to do this strong thing and we're going to stop and we're going to think about what's happening. What are the solutions? How are we going to solve the problem? And that's represented here. It's like, how are we going to overcome this problem? We're not going to have a meltdown. We're not going to climb into bed and never get out. We are going to stop. We're going to do the strong thing. We're going to stop. We're going to analyze the situation. We're going to figure out the solution. And then we're going to implement the solution. I feel like Divine Feminine and Karmic Feminine have realized the amount of control that they truly have over their lives at this time, and that it's almost like they've come to the realization that they are the master of their destiny. They have the power to control their lives, more power than they realized. It's like, I feel like they've realized that they don't have to succumb to their problems. They can fix them, and they can fix them, and they can keep going. And I feel like this is the reason why they've come to this conclusion. I feel like there's been spiritual growth here. So Divine Feminine, Karmic Feminine, in this reading, have tapped into some spiritual knowledge that's made them realize that They don't have to lay down and die when something bad happens in their life. And I feel like these cards here make me think that it's simply just being unsatisfied with where their lives were heading. They got sick of being the victim. I really feel like feminine energy in this reading has realized how valuable they truly are, how valuable life is. And I feel like they've just realized like life is worth living. And not only that, and this is also, I feel like, the ultimate reason here. I feel like there's children involved in this reading. And I feel like the feminine energy in this reading, divine feminine and karmic feminine, have realized that the way that they have been behaving, which is allowing obstacles to overcome them, is causing stress to their children. It's like, and will cause stress to future children. So it's like the children are seeing their mother, just become a total wreck when anything happens. And they're stressed because they love their mother and they don't know how to help her. So they're taking that stress out into the world. So I feel like the decision has been made that we're no longer going to do this because of the negative effect that it's having on the children. Instead, we're going to show the children that when obstacles come, we don't need to give up and accept defeat. We are going to be strong, come up with a plan, and then we're going to implement the plan. But it's not just because we're, super strong human beings, which we are, but it's because we're spiritual beings and we're guided by God, Spirit. So we don't have to accept defeat. And I feel like doing so is teaching the children that they can cope with every stress in life. When life gets stressful, we can handle it. And that's the goal right now for feminine energy. Is to change the way we cope in order to help our children survive out in this world, which can be very stressful and very cruel. And it really can be easy to just give up and want to just lay in bed forever and, accept defeat, but I feel like the feminine energies in this reading are unsatisfied with that way of living because they're seeing how it's affecting the children. So again, the decision has been made to choose to be strong, and to deal with obstacles in a powerful and sort of controlling manner, because we have help. That's what this, because we have help from God and Spirit. So accepting defeat is not necessary. So there will be an extension to this reading if you are interested. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys so much. Okay, bye.